Hello everyone, welcome to the Gaming Lounge, a place to sit back, grab a drink, and have fun gaming. My name is TJ, and today we're going to be doing a Pokemon challenge. If this is your first video on Pokemon challenges, well let me start by saying, I'm glad to be the one to pop your cherry. I'll be gentle. But basically this is when people decide to play Pokemon games under a particular set of rules. Because we're masochists, basically. But anyway, I've known this about myself for a while, doing certain challenges like monotype challenges and even Eradicate only challenge, but I wanted to do one with one of my favorite mons. What? No, Pikachu. Fuck off. No, I'm talking about the goodest of good boys, Houndour. First, let's look at his stats. His stats are a little lopsided, with his attacks being solid at a 60 attack and an 80 special attack, but his defense at an abysmal 30, meaning if he gets hit with any ground or fighting attack, he'll probably get killed. His moveset is great for stab with a lot of dark and fire type moves, but not much in terms of coverage, with not even a normal type attack. His TM list is a little better with even a grass type move, but can I just point out that our good boy can learn Dream Eater and Nightmare without being able to make the opponent go to sleep in the first place? Guess when they wanted to make my little Helly boy, they leaned in hard on the dark type. Here are the rules for the run. I can only use Houndour in battle. Any other Pokemon call will be for HM use only, or if there are shinies. But I have horrible luck with shinies anyway, so that doesn't really matter. I cannot use items in battle, but held items are allowed. Just to reiterate,
held items are allowed.
I'm actually writing this as I play through the challenge, so I'm not sure how this is gonna go. I think I should be able to win, but I'm hoping that I won't have to hit level 100 to do it. What do you think? Comment down below. So we started and I picked a girl calling her Candace. I get asked if I know how to set up my phone. Mom, I set up your phone, remember? I think I can... Okay, sure. Go ahead. No, yeah, just read the instructions. That's fine. Also, who is this woman? Are you lonely, Mom? I mean, go you and everything, but I assume when you said you wanted to eat out, it was to go to a restaurant, not actually eat... You know what? Never mind. These are questions I don't think I want the answer to. Also answers I may not want. Where do these people live? I mean, we have my house, Elm's house, and some random lady's house. Do these two live with the rando? What's going on? Does New Barktown have a homelessness epidemic that should probably be addressed more than just what Pokemon some 10-year-old girl wants? Anyway, there's a bit of domestic violence before I decide to run away from the homeless people and my mom with the much too friendly live-in friend. So I go to the professor in my town who gives me the choice between 3 Pokemon. Totodum, Shitterita, and the one that's going to the tippity top, Houndour. I name him Fluffy.
Who told you about Fluffy?
And get told to talk to Mr. Pokemon. Is Mr. Pokemon his nickname? Or his actual name? Cause that's just weird. Well anyway, I'm hungry because my mom was the only one eating out anything in the house, so I decided to take my hill dog to roast some chickens on the way to Mr. Pokemon's house. I meet him and Professor Oak to pick up an egg. On the way back to New Barktown, I get accosted by the jerk who thought it was okay to hit a girl and challenged to a battle, but this time, I have backup. Here's his team. It's not that impressive at the moment, although this fact that I start with just Ember might cause some problems. His special defense might not be anything major to talk about, but his attack is solid at base 65, which means his scratches might cause some damage. My best bet is to cause a burn with Ember as soon as possible to cut his damage and hurt him every turn. He gets off a Leer at the beginning, which scares me because I know that his scratches are going to hurt a lot more, but with the second Ember, I get a burn. Even with a cut and attack though, he's still doing 4 points of damage with each attack, so that burn was necessary. Between the residual damage and the Embers, I was able to outdamage him for the win. Anyway, he says his name, but I wasn't really paying attention. So I just go back to Professor Elm and the police are there asking for information on someone who stole a Pokemon. Yo, he gave that Pokemon to me, okay? I didn't steal shit. Don't be trying to... Oh, you're not talking about me? You talking about a red-haired guy? Yeah, I met a red-haired guy before, but are you telling me that he is the only person with red hair in the entire region? So all this guy has to do is change his hair color and nobody would be able to catch him. That's just sad. Anyway, they asked me what his name is, and I say his name is Champa because I don't want the police to catch him. Jail is too good for him. I'm going to beat up on him every chance I get. After the police leave, I show the egg to Elm and he tells me it's a Pokemon egg. No shit. And tells me to travel the world because Professor Oak said so. Okay, sounds kinda shitty to me, But okay. I go back to my mom and her friend isn't around. Is she upstairs on my bed? You better not be messing up. Oh, okay, she's not there. Did you guys break up? You know what? I don't want to know. I'm leaving. As I leave New Barktown, I get stopped by this guy and asks if I want to learn how to catch Pokemon. Sir, I've been catching Pokemon since probably before you were programmed. I'm going to need you to take a step back. I ran into this kid that apparently has this world-famous Rattata that reminds people to do things, but it was an easy battle, so I'm not really sure. Then he asked for my number. I guess, but just don't send me any weird pictures. The Sprout Tower was easy as their ass is grass and I'm smoking it, and then I get the HM for Flash. I also go out and catch a Poliwag for HM purposes and call it like you should do for this video. Next thing to do is go to Faulkner's gym. With me being at the level I'm at, I'm able to get through the gym trainers without any trouble. Now, I am a little worried about Faulkner's Pokemon. Here's his team. He has a Pidgeot and Pidgeotto, which doesn't sound too bad, but his gimmick is that he uses Mud Slap, a move that is quite weak, but is ground type, so it's super effective against me, and it drops my accuracy by a stage each time. We start the battle, and Pidgey hits me with a Mud Slap while I hit with an Ember. I take him out with a second Ember, but I do have that accuracy drop. If Pidgeotto keeps up the pressure, I'll end up just whiffing on everything. However, instead of going for the super effective moves, Pidgeotto goes for Gust constantly, which means I'm able to get through his team without many issues. Alright, and that's the Sapphire batch. After leaving the gym, I get called to the local Pokemon Center to pick up the egg that I delivered to Elmo a while ago, but now I'm supposed to hatch it. What do I look like to you, a fucking hen? Well, as I walk out of the Poke Center, I start to wonder what's inside of this egg. What do you guys think? Comment down below, and if he gets right, I'll give you a virtual cookie. Go ahead, pause the video really quickly and guess. I'll wait. I'm still waiting. Anyway, moving along, I get through the next route in Union Cave. Throughout Union Cave, I pick up Swift, taught Fluffykins that and Mudslap, and make it to Slowpoke Well. There, I meet a wonderful man, who has taken time out of his life to make sure people don't fall into the well and hurt themselves. A good Samaritan indeed. I meet an old man who thought I wanted to talk about his balls before he went screaming out of the room about the injustice of not being able to fall into the Slowpoke Well. I follow him, and just as the Samaritan predicted, Kurt fell down the well and broke his back. Well, fuck off, creepy dude. If you would have just let the Samaritan do his job, you wouldn't be in this predicament. But as I go to talk to the guard who was up top so that we could both point and laugh at this creeper, he tries to attack me. Of course, I just wipe the floor with him. Then the next woman says to try to beat them all. Well, okay then. I won't even have to try. Like, not even a little bit. Anyway, I guess they were actually Team Rocket or something? Anyway, time to go to the gym. Here's Bugsy's team. The Azalea Town Gym is a Bug-type gym. I have a Dark and Fire-type Pokemon. Yeah, I just... And that's a Hive batch. After that, we get ambushed by Champa, who asks about Team Rocket coming back. Sir, aren't you the son of the original founding member? Shouldn't you know more about this than me? Anyway, we go to battle. Here's his team. His Ghastly gets burned down with a critical Ember, but then he sends out his Croconaw. I go for some early Mud Slaps to reduce his accuracy and get 3 in with him missing with Water Gun 3 times in a row. Then I try to poison him with Smog, considering that the rest of the moves aren't going to do much damage anyway, but it takes until he's already in yellow health to take effect. I do get hit with a Water Gun that takes off 20 HP, so it's good that I've reduced his accuracy so much already. A couple more Swifts and Croconaws down. After that is a Zubat that gets his wings singed with Ember. After that, Champa lives up to his name, talking about how when it comes to weak people, and moves on. When I was a kid and playing this for the first time, I always thought this little monologue was amazing. The rival in Gen 1 may have just been a dick, but there's something about the rival in Gen 2 talking about how he wants to essentially kill people that just takes it up that couple hundred notches. I catch the Air in Farfetch and Ilex Forest, get the HM for cut, call to Paris, call to comment, which I think is a good idea for this video, and get to the daycare center to pick up another egg? Seriously, what is it with people giving me eggs? Fuck off. But what's in this one? Why don't you go and leave another comment down below, leaving your thoughts on this second egg. So I go straight to the go-to-round gym and get through the trainers before getting to Whitney. Here's Whitney's team. Sorry, wait, let me fix that. Wendy's team has almost 2 gimmicks here. The first is with Clefairy, who uses Metronome, which could either be really good for you or be really bad. Then the second is Miltank with Rollout, a rock-type physical move that gains power every time it hits. The problem with that is that I'm weak to not just rock-type moves, but also my physical defense is quite shit, so it's gonna hurt right from the get. Chances are I won't be able to survive 2 hits, and I definitely won't survive 3. I start off with a headbutt to go for the flinch, don't get it, and then get hosed down with a surf that came from Metronome. Are you fucking serious? Fine, bad luck, let's try again. This time I get bitch slapped and lose almost half my health before I get through the Clefairy and Miltank comes out. I go for the flinch, but Miltank outspeeds me, so the first rollout takes out a good bit of my health before the second takes me out. Damn. Okay, take 3. This time the double slap actually lives up to his name and only hits me twice, leaving me at 50 HP. Miltank comes down and hits me with the rollout as I start with Mud Slap. He misses the next rollout while I hit a second. She keeps on missing while I build up on Mud Slaps until I get all 6 in. I start to Ember after that to try to get a burn, so even if I get hit, it'll be weaker, but before I get the burn, I get the win. She cries like a babe before calming down, and that's a plain badge. I walk to the Poké Center to heal up after that fight, where on the way the first egg hatches. Last chance to put your guesses down below on what's inside of here. What could it possibly be? A Togepi. Fuck off. So I start to walk along when the entire world stops around me and I can't do anything. My emulator froze. And I hadn't saved yet. Oh no. Whitney again. Fuck. So to start off, I get hit with a Sky Attack from Metronome and then a critical stomp for the loss. Damn. Try again, I get hit with 3 slaps on a double slap before Clefairy goes down and Miltank hits me with a stomp first. Aren't you supposed to go for rollout or something? I meant as your first move. Double damn! Stop hitting me so many more times than double, Clefairy. Double means 2. 2 slaps, that's all you get. Ha! Miltank miss, butt slap, miss it. Oh, fuck you. And that's how it went for another 32 tries. I just couldn't get the same luck as I did before. I even got annoyed and left for a little while and came back. I've already beaten it once at this level, so I knew it could be done, so I didn't want to grind. Finally, I got a run where I was able to make the Miltank miss over and over again until I beat that fucking Miltank, and that's the plain badge. Seriously, fuck that cow and fuck that Miltank too.
Are you talking about Whitney?
What was that?
Are you talking about Whitney?
Yeah, I'm talking about Whitney.
Why'd you go so easy on her?
You didn't think I didn't go hard enough?
No, when you talking about that bitch.
Boy, esa puta de ma. Going back to the center to heal up, the Togepi egg hatched again and I named it Karma. I'm keeping this stupid thing with me now, I'm not angering the fates again. I gotta do some dancing with the Kimono girls and get HM03 for Surf afterwards. Wait, didn't this guy say that he mixes Rhydon Surf, his rock and ground Pokemon, which is quadruple weak to water? Is there a number to call for Pokemon abuse? Because this really sounds like Pokemon abuse. Anyway, I go to the Burn Tower. I meet some guy named Usain that is chasing legends with Morty when all I want is to go get my next gym badge. Do you want to actually do your day job, Morty? What are you doing? Can you come back to the gym? No? I have to find a legend as a 10-year-old. You're fucking ridiculous. Fine, I'll go check it out. So, I start checking out the place and I run across Champa again and he wants another battle. Fine. Here's his updated team. A single bite takes care of his Haunter. Wait a minute. His Haunter is only level 20. Ghastly's don't evolve until level 25. Wow, this guy is such a dick to his Pokemon that they evolve before they're supposed to. Wait a minute. His Croconaw was level 16 before when it evolves to level 18. Damn. This guy is really a dick. Anyway, Croconaw comes out and I continue to bite into his defenses to try to flinch. The Croconaw goes down and the Zubat and new Magnemite go down with bites and embers respectively. We battle so hard that a hole opens up below me and Champa does some pretty great heal work by insulting me for falling down a hole that wasn't there beforehand. It's so dark in this hole. I see figures in the distance. What is that? They're doggies! Can I pet the doggy? Oh, they ran away. Come back. I just wanted to pet you. Can I adopt you? No? Okay. Considering that I saw the legends and the legends ran away, Morty decided to finally do his job as a gym leader and go back to his gym. Here's his team. My good little Fluffy is so good that she can bite ghosts and knocks them out one after the other. No issues. And that's the Fog Badge. Now it's time for the part that I'm gonna hate the most. The water routes and the fighting type gym. I get through the water, past the Whirlpool Islands, and onto Sunwood City. I go north to see Suicune and Yucine again, but this time he wants to battle. Here's his team. The Drowsy and Haunter go down with bites, with the Electro going down after a couple of headbutts. All in all, easy match. I make sure not to fuck with Shuckle and teach it strength. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Wait. I grabbed the secret potion so I don't forget later on. But I'm still feeling like I'm forgetting something. Oh well, never mind. Now for what may be the second circle of hell after the first circle being Whitney. The fighting type gym. Being at my level barely allowed me to get through the Hitmonlee at the beginning and left me open to get wrecked by the Hitmonchan that follows. I went out and did some training by defeating Tentacles and other trainers in the water. Getting up to level 38 and I tried again. The Hitmonlee knocked me down to low health and I thought I was going to get wrecked again. However, the Hitmonchan uses Ice Punch of all things and lets me pick up the victory. Okay, might as well keep going. I get through the rest of the gym trainers and stand in front of a man who desperately needs a shirt. He throws a boulder around, which honestly is quite impressive when you think about it, and start the battle. Here's his team. At my current level I can beat the Primate with a single flamethrower, so I don't even have to worry about that one. But then Poliwrath comes out. I remember when I first played with my Quilava and would get destroyed by its surf. So I go for the headbutt for the flinch and get it the first turn. So I push my luck and go for it a second time. This time it doesn't get the flinch and it actually hits me with a dynamic punch. Really? Okay, well, you know what? That's not too bad though. Let's try again. This time around it went well. Flamethrower knocks out Primate, headbutt on Poliwrath flinches it, and then it kept missing dynamic punch, netting me the win. And that's the Storm Badge. I get HMO2 Fly and realize I never caught a flyer. That's what I forgot. Well, I'm a dumbass. Let's surf back to Olivine City. I give the secret potion to Jasmine at the top of the lighthouse and then meet her at her gym. Here's her team. I figured her Magnemite would go down with one flamethrower and I would have some more trouble with the Steelix, but not only did the Magnemites go down with one move apiece, the Steelix did as well. 3 Pokemon, 3 moves, 3 feints. And that's the Mineral Badge. As I start walking back to Ecruteak City, something starts happening. Hey, my egg is hatching! Okay, maybe the last one was easy to answer, but how about this one? Last chance to comment down below your guess on this egg. A Smoochum! You know, I have the perfect name for you. Subscribe. Maybe there's a message in that name. Maybe you should do that, viewer. Also, I learned my lesson from the last time I'm not releasing this Pokemon. Now time to walk all the way to the Lake of Rage. Nothing really exciting happens besides some red Gyarados that has some sparkles. That's not important, right? Anyway, I see Lance and he invites a 10-year-old to help him with an official investigation. Like, I'm literally a preteen. Why am I the first choice for a criminal investigation? Probably because I don't know how to report Lance for using his souped up Dragonite to use one of the strongest moves known to Pokemon on a random person to his back. Lance, yo, what the hell? Can you straight up not murder people in front of kids? You're gonna traumatize me. Anyway, time to go through the Rocket Hideout. It wasn't a problem. Easy trainers, easy Pokemon, easy money. I make the 3 Electrode Feint and finally am allowed to continue doing what I was doing. So I go to Price's gym. It's an Ice-type gym, but many Ice-type Pokemon are also Water-type Pokemon, so I could be in some trouble. Here's Price's team. The Seal went down in 1 crunch, the Dugong in 2, and the Piloswine in 1 flamethrower. Okay, not as bad as I thought. And that's a Glacier Badge. Walking out of Price's gym, I get a call telling me that there's something wrong with the radio and that it's talking about Team Rocket. Good thing that he called to let me know because I don't use the radio and I would have just kept on going. Like I wanted to. But no, we have to go beat up Team Rocket, which is easy and not worth mentioning. Our good little Hellboy is too strong for them. But going to the underground, we meet Chompo again, who admits to stalking. Bro, do I need to get a restraining order filed on you? Can I do that in this universe? Man, can you just leave me alone? Oh, you want to battle again? How many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man? Fine, here's his team. Golbat flames out. For Alligator takes 2 crunches while giving me 1 water gun that takes away a quarter of my health. Sneasel goes down after its quick attack to a flamethrower. I try to be cheeky and hit his Magnemite with a Mud Slap thinking it would one-shot him, but left him with a sliver of health. He paralyzes me and hits me with a Sonic Boom before another Mud Slap takes him out. Lastly, Champa sends out Houndour, who, instead of attacking, uses Mean Look. Okay, thanks for letting me win there. Anyway, he takes off and after healing up I go back into the underground. As a side note, does anyone know how to get to this item? I don't think I've ever gotten it and I've just avoided it ever since I first played this game. I keep on saying I'm gonna look it up but I keep on forgetting. How about you guys let me know down below. Anyway, the rest of Team Rocket is not really worth talking about, so let's get back to getting gym badges. Walking through the Ice Path cave, I really have to wonder why I can't just use Fluffy's Hellfire to just make the Ice Path a Water Path. I feel like that would make my life easier. But that would hurt the environment, and I don't want that. Let's just wait until the 3rd generation before I have to deal with all of the water. Blackthorn's gym trainers don't bother me too much. A lot of weaker dragon types or even Horsies and Seedras aren't going to hurt me too much. Claire, on the other hand, is a little harder. First, here's her team. Her first Dragonair comes out and I go for a crunch, taking out most of his health while it misses with a Thunder Wave. A Headbutt takes it out. The Kingdra comes out next and I'm worried about its Surf. I go for a crunch, taking out a little more than half its health and it uses Smokescreen. Okay, that works for me. A second crunch takes it out. The second Dragonair comes out and I go for a crunch, but I immediately miss, of course. Then a Thunder Wave lands and I start either missing or getting fully paralyzed. I'm able to get through the second Dragonair with only 34 HP, but ultimately lose. Damn. Second try, same start. A crunch and a Thunder Wave, however this time it lands. Then it surfs. I get fully paralyzed, I get surfed again, before taking it out. Kingdra washes me away. Double down. Try again. Crunch, Thunder Wave, Surf, Headbutt. Kingdra takes me out without a second thought. Triple down. Obviously this strategy isn't working, so I have to figure out something better. Then I come up with a galaxy brain level thought. Instead of a charcoal that I'm not using, use my paralysis cure berry that I have. Let's try now. Crunch leaves the first Dragonair at red. Thunder Wave lands, but the berry heals me, going to Kingdra with full health. Hit a crunch and it uses a Smokescreen. Hit the second crunch and I'm feeling pretty good. It's just one Smokescreen, oh I missed. And then I got paralyzed. I hit a crunch but my next 2 headbutts miss. I get paralyzed again and my 3rd headbutt lands. I'm at 59 HP and the 3rd Dragonair misses 2 slams and I leave it with barely any health, but I miss and get paralyzed again. Bullshit. But even with that loss, this is pretty good. I have a decent strategy. Sure, I could level up a little bit more to get an O-Coat, but I think I can do it at this level, so I just keep on going. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 losses later, and I start getting a good run. Crunch leaves the first Dragonair in the red while it tries to use the Thunder Wave. The paralysis gets cured while I use a Headbutt. I forgot that I was still on Headbutt when Kingdra comes out, but I get a critical hit and a flinch. Wonderful. A crunch takes it out. The second Dragonair comes out. Crunch, Thunder Wave that can't get healed, but then it misses his slam and I hit the Headbutt. Onto Claire's last Pokemon and I'm at full health and accuracy, but I am paralyzed. It goes for a slam and misses, allowing me to hit a crunch that again leaves it with a sliver of red health. Gets a second slam on me, but I finish it with a Headbutt. And that's the rise. Wait, what? You're not giving me the badge? Are you So I have to go to the Dragon's Den now. I walk in and immediately get shouted at that I'm not allowed in without being invited. Bro, I beat Claire and she told me to come here. I'm just following orders. Why are you making me whoop that ass? Anyway, I get to the building inside the cave, which must have really sucked to build, having to constantly go over whirlpools with building equipment and materials. I answer some questions and get told I'm good to go. Claire, on the other hand, doesn't believe it because she hasn't been accepted yet. Well, Claire, maybe you weren't such a bitch. You would have already been accepted. Strong attitude doesn't have to mean shitty attitude. And finally, I get to say it with me, and that's the Rising Badge. Time to get to the Elite Four. Along the way, I pick up TM22 for Solo Beam because I believe that's going to be useful for coverage at the very least with Red and probably necessary with Misty. But of course, because he is a black card, Champa shows up at the end of the short victory road to battle for the last time. Here's his team. But do we really need to recap this? Sneasel burns, Feraligatr gets crunched, Magaton melts in flames, then Haunter and Kadabra get crunched. Not difficult at all. So now it's time for the Elite Four. I saved the game and then put every Pokemon I have with me in the box besides Fluffy. please, Karma, don't mess with me again. First up is Will. Here's his team. As a Psychic type Elite Four member, this was easy as my Fluffy was levels 56 coming in. Crunches on the Zatus and Slowbro, and Flamethrowers on Jinx and Executor. That's the first Elite Four member down. Second is Koga. Here's his team. Again, this doesn't prove to be much issue. Ariados gets bug sprayed and Fortress's defenses get melted. Muck hits Fluffy with a sludge bomb, but 2 flamethrowers take it out. Crobat tries to use double team to avoid attacks, but a flamethrower and a crunch take it out as well. Venomoth goes into the light of my flamethrower. Third is Bruno, which could potentially be my worst nightmare after the tragedy of Darth Plague's after the CM Widget. Here's his team. First time through, I forgot I haven't healed, so yeah, I died. I restarted the save right before the Elite Four so I can see just how far I can get without having to grind. I get back to Bruno almost losing to Koga, who started double teaming with his Crobat and then used Toxic to start sapping my health. This time I remember to heal, so we have an actual fight to go through this time. First is him on top, who uses Detect first, making me miss a flamethrower. Second turn lands the flamethrower, taking it to low health before it goes for a dig, making me miss my next headbutt. I get hit with dig, but only get down a third of my health before finishing off the top with headbutt. Next is Hitmonlee, who goes with a high jump kick after getting hit with a flamethrower, but misses, so knocks himself out. Going pretty good so far. But then Hitmonchan comes out, hitting me with a priority Mach Punch which takes over half my remaining health before another one takes me out. Maybe a burn could help, but with as much health as he's taken away, I probably won't be able to survive many other hits, and since I can't beat a Hitmonchan in one hit, I sure as hell won't be able to OHKO the Machamp at the end of the battle. So I reset one more time and I spend all my money on full restores because I seriously don't like losing money on trainer battles. I started just going through the Elite Four, and if I lost, I would just let myself lose. I would lose half the money that I came in from winning against Will and Koga, but would gain the experience, which is what I was going for. Through the mindless grinding, I was able to actually get to Karen at 69 on her. Nice. I got to level 69. Let's go through a run at this level for the memes. Will was an easy sweep with Crunch one-shotting every one of his Pokemon. Koga, easy sweep with Flamethrower. By this level, Bruno's Pokemon were one-shot by Flamethrower besides his Onix, which took a Crunch. Now we get to Karen. Here's her team. Karen's Umbreon, Murkrow, and Vileplume all lost to Flamethrower while I used Crunch on her Gengar. Fluffy had to use Headbutt against the Houndour. Now going against the champion Lanch, which always annoy me with the bait and switch. Hey, fight against these four elite trainers to become champion, they say from the very beginning, and then suddenly it's, oh no, fuck you, fight a fifth person. Anyway, here's Lance's team. Gyarados is fairly easy to beat as it always takes 2 turns to knock out with Headbutt and Crunch, but it always uses Rain Dance on its first turn, so no damage done to me. Aerodactyl can go down to 1 Crunch, but it is in the damage range, so a low roll could mess me up as Aerodactyl goes for a Rock Slide every time it gets a turn. Now come the Dragonite that I think only came about from Lance using the Team Rocket radio signals to evolve some Dragonairs, as they are also prematurely evolved. What is it with all these trainers with premature evolved Pokemon? Now here's the problem with these guys. They have and use Hyper Beam, which will absolutely destroy me. Maybe I can survive 1 Hyper Beam with my defenses, but I certainly can't survive 2, and this dude is basically Seto Kaiba with his 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons. So without being able to knock them out in 1 turn, I need to hope for either criticals or flinches with the headbutts. First Dragonite comes out, and I get the flinch. Second one comes out, I get the flinch again. Then it's a Charizard. Ooh, sorry man, I forgot that you were even in this team. I don't get the flinch and I'm worried. I can lose easily if I get hit again. I will need to wait until the fates lined up again. I knock it out and I wait Lance's last Pokemon. Third and last Dragonite comes out and I go for the headbutt, pressing the B button to help me get the flinch. Wait, no, that's not where we push the B button, but I got it anyway! A final crunch and I become the champion of the Johto region. Fluffy has a title that she deserves, but she can't be the man until she beats the man. And I'm not talking about Becky Lynch or Ric Flair. Now again, if this is your very first video that you've ever seen about the second generation of Pokemon, you go through the original 8 gyms of the Kanto region that are a little bit stronger than they were in the original games. However, they're not really a problem now. Lightning Round, Lieutenant Surge, grounded, Sabrina gets blacked, Erica gets burned down, I see through Janine, Misty gets dried up, Brock gets rocked. Blaine tries to fight fire with fire and loses. Then, here's the strongest trainer in this region, Blue. Here's his team. Crazily enough, this was a fairly quick sweep. The only damage I received was from the Pidgeot who survived the crunch and tried using Mirror Move, which didn't do much. Gyarados also survived the crunch but set up a Rain Dance, which didn't get used by anyone else. After talking to Professor Oak and getting reamed because of the fact that I only have 8 Pokemon in my Pokedex, I was allowed entry to Mount Silver to try to fight against Red. I'm currently level 81, same level as his highest Pokemon, his Pikachu. Here's his team. A lot of Red's team is going to cause some problems for my little Hellhound. Pikachu can cause paralysis, which will be a death sentence. Blastoise can really hurt me with Rain Dance and Surf. Charizard will be a bit of a problem as I won't have anything super effective against it. Snorlax is just a massive tank. Espeon and Venusaur should be the easier parts of this team, but they could also cause some issues. One crunch knocked out the Pikachu and I'm feeling pretty good. Blastoise comes out and I try to headbutt for a flinch, don't get it, but it performs a Rain Dance. This doesn't really bode well for me. I try a crunch to see how much damage it does and don't even get halfway. Then I lose to the Rain Boosted Surf. Okay, I doubt that any type of RNG is going to help at this moment, but I might be able to work some stuff around. I've got the TMs for Sunny Day and Solar Beam. So, my strategy is going to be the following. I outspeed the Blastoise, so I go for Crunch first to get damage. Blastoise goes for Rain Dance, so I'll go for Sunny Day immediately afterwards. It'll go for Surf, which will be reduced in power. Hopefully I survive the hit. Maybe I hit a Solar Beam while Sunny Day is active. Let's see what happens. Well, I'm able to get through the Blastoise with that strategy and it two-shots him. The problem is that the Surf takes out almost half my health, which makes it easier for me to get knocked out later. With the Sunny Day, I can one-shot the Espeon that comes out next with a Flamethrower. Then the Snorlax comes out. This might be even worse than the Blastoise. A tank with a decent amount of attack means I have to figure out a way to beat it quickly. Through some battles at level 81, I was able to get through the Snorlax if it uses Body Slam first, as the Sunny Day boosts its Flamethrower can take out half its health. However, if it goes for an Amnesia first, I can't get the 2-hit KO, and it goes for the Rest and Snore combo, which can wear me down a lot. So I spend a lot of time at level 81 trying to get through the brick wall that is Snorlax. I'm only able to do so with critical hits, but lose to the Charizard afterwards because the Snorlax will always get at least one hit on me. I wait for the RNG to swing my way, and even when it doesn't quite swing enough to get me to W. So I grind up to level 82 to try again. And here is when nothing really changed. Pikachu doesn't always go down with one crunch because apparently it's in the damage range and it leaves him with probably less than 10 HP, and usually just goes for Charm, which doesn't really bother me. Red will waste all of his full restores on Pikachu, so I just keep on crunching. Still can't really get past the Snorlax though. Sometimes I get really close with getting a crit with the Flamethrower and sometimes even getting a burn, but Rest will just heal it right back up and basically means I've lost. I learned how to reset the game on my emulator pretty quickly though. Anyway, let's grind up one more time really quickly to level 83. And here is when nothing really changed. I also learned that when Espeon doesn't get knocked down in one hit, it either goes for Reflect or for Swift and my HP is low enough. Fucking lovely. Fine, level 84 is the next step. What's gonna be the lowest fucking level? This is getting annoying. So Pikachu goes down with one crunch. Blastoise and I dance our little dance of Fluffy using Crunch while Blastoise uses Rain Dance. I counter with Sunny Day while he tries to Surf, taking around 100 HP. I finish off the Blastoise with Solar Beam for the KO. Espeon comes out and I just roast him. Bye bye. Snorlax comes out and I use Flamethrower boosted by Sunny Day and I get a crit that gets Snorlax all the way down to a sliver of red health. He uses Amnesia, which won't do much considering my next crunch takes him out. Okay, that was good. Next is Charizard that we exchange a crunch for a little under half health for a wing attack that brings me down dangerously low, but I get the special defense drop. The next crunch has a bite behind it, pun intended, to finish off that dragon wannabe. My adrenaline had gotten so high by this point that I forgot how many Pokemon Red had left and I thought there was a lot more. I was a little worried that I didn't have the stamina to finish off this great run. Venusaur comes out and with one Flamethrower it's done. And my little Fluffykins has officially become champion of Johto, Kanto, and has even been the strongest trainer in the game at level 84. Funnily enough, I actually tried getting this together about 6 months ago and even went and recorded the whole game. Unfortunately, right after I completed the game and started working on putting everything together, I turned on the computer one day to find out that my hard drive had completely crashed and nothing could be done to fix it. So I lost all the recordings and I had to get everything set back up before I could even attempt to play this game again. I had a harder time with Whitney and Red this time around, but still finished it around the same level, so at least Fluffy is consistent. Then after recording everything, I moved halfway across the country, and after doing some small unpacking, I see that my power cord got messed up in the move, and with the apocalypse happening, the delivery took a lot longer than usual. Then, after receiving the cord and getting through most of the editing, the software I had been using needed to update, and after the update, all of the edits I had done were unusable. So I had to do the voiceover and the edits again. So, I really hope that you enjoyed this because this was really annoying to go through. I enjoyed doing this challenge. Obviously, considering I did it multiple times, but I would like to do some other types of challenges. I love to do gym leader challenges. I've personally done a poison type run on my own before, and I wouldn't mind doing it again and re-recording that. While technically you could say that I've just done a Dark War fire type run, it would be interesting to see what kinds of limitations I could put on to make it harder. If you have any ideas on what type and what generation you would like to see, let me know down below. While I don't have a Twitter right now, if you guys would like me to make one, let me know down below as well. If you liked this video, please leave a like and let me know what I did right. If you didn't like this video, please leave a dislike and let me know my fuck-ups. I'm not only going to be doing Pokemon challenges, I'm also going to be doing some Let's Plays of some of the games that I enjoy playing. Subscribe and ring the bell to see what pops up. Thanks everyone, see you in the next one, and keep on gaming.